To most, I look like the average young adult. No one would ever see anything wrong with me. But then you look down to my right side and you see a little four-legged companion and you're like, why does she have a service dog? A lot of people actually think that I'm training her for someone. But in reality, every single day I wake up with pain. I manage 2 chronic illnesses. I have postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, which is a form of dysautonomia. So my whole autonomic nervous system does not work correctly. Every single part of me is broken. And then on top of that, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And having both of them are really hard to manage, and some days it's nearly impossible. But thankfully, I have my little 4-legged companion by my side. She has been there for me through it all, and she is my lifesaver. Without her, I don't know where I would be right now. I don't know if I would have hit my head on something and never woken up. You know, it's not knowing that is the biggest fear in my life. But with her, she has been trained to be a medical alert detection dog for both of my conditions. She knows when my heart rate is about to get up too high before I pass out, so then I can lay down and have a peace of mind that I'm not going to fall, and I'm not going to hit my head and have a concussion, or I may never wake up. She's that peace of mind that lets me know before I'm about to have an episode, so I can lay down. Also, with having Paws, I have hypo and hyperglycemia unawareness because the symptoms feel the same as whenever I'm about to have a syncope episode, so it's really hard to get those not confused and know what to do in case of an emergency. So she's also trained to alert to my high and low blood sugars. Without that, I don't know where I would be. One night before I had even gotten her trained to alert to my low blood sugars, I had a low blood sugar of 32. I was so disoriented that I had no clue where to go to get a snack. I could barely stand on my own. And with her now, she has been trained where she can go get me a snack if I need one, and she lets me know whenever my blood sugar reaches 80. So I don't have to worry about going too low and risk going into a coma. There's so many scary things that can happen when having 2 chronic illnesses that having a peace of mind is the best thing in the world. I don't have to worry about not waking up and not being there for anyone. It's the scariest thing to think about that one day you're on this earth and the next day you aren't, just because you missed something that could have been prevented. In addition to that, she knows how to lay on my chest and bring me out of a syncope episode quicker. And I don't know what I would do without her, because there you are after a syncope episode laying on the floor and you don't know where you're at. It's one of the scariest things. You don't know who's around, you don't know where you're at. But with Izzy, she's on my chest. I wake up to seeing her and she gives me a big old kiss, and then I know that I'm okay. I know that I'm somewhere that I'm supposed to be, and with that consistency, I am not scared anymore. I'm not scared to go out anymore. Before, I felt like a prisoner locked up in my house. I couldn't leave without being anxious all the time that something might happen to me and that I may not wake up. It's terrifying. In addition to medical alert, Izzy has been trained to do so many things. She has been trained to pick up items, because when I drop something, I can't necessarily bend over because it will cause me to get really dizzy and lightheaded, and I may pass out just from that little movement. She's also trained to lay on my legs when I'm in so much pain, and it kind of acts as compression socks, and it helps get the blood that is pulling in my legs back up to my brain, because most of the time, most of my blood is sitting in my legs. And she's there with me, she's by my side. During my lowest of lows, she's been there. I can talk to her about anything, and she will always stay by my side. She is the greatest companion, and I could never imagine life without her. And a lot of people think that service dogs are only for the blind or the deaf or those with mobility impairments, but for those with chronic illnesses that are invisible, there's a lot of things that a service dog can do. Even a small service dog, a lot of people doubt her abilities with her size. I think the best part about having her is that I don't have to worry anymore. I have a peace of mind. I never have to fear that an emergency would happen and no one would be there. I feel like she just looks at my soul and she understands me. She knows when I'm in so much pain and she's like, I'm here for you, dude. She never leaves my side, and that's the greatest thing that I could ever have. She's the best medicine whenever no one could find a medicine that would work for me.